Welcome grade 12s. This is a Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Quarter to Friday, almost, we know what it is. And thank you, Macmillan, for proudly sponsoring this fantastic show. Grade 12s, you're here for business studies. And of course, you're here with me, your host / presenter, Megan, and my beautiful partner, Anita. How have you been?
I've been all right. I've been all right. I've been a bit sick and sorry, but I'm back.
I'm so glad to see you. It's been such a long time since we've actually worked together, so
Yeah,
I must say. But today we're going through prelim reviews. And I know you guys have just had holidays, and now it is the first week back, so you've just been going through your papers and what you've been doing. So I think it's time that we actually go through what you actually need to know and how the prelim was. So I'm here to tell you about something exciting happening. I've said it quite a few times now, but this is the last time I'm going to tell you on this fine Thursday. So Samsung have proudly, partnered with Mindset here today. And I just want to show you our fantastic new little device. So let me swipe. What you can see, they have created Learning Hub, which is about just exam revisions for you mindsetters here. Okay, so let me explain. So you download only on unfortunate to say, only on premium smartphones and, of course, Samsung tablets. But as you can see, it's quite a nifty device. So what you do is you have a video over here. Oh, there we go. On your left, and of course you have the content. How cool is that? On your right, so you can actually check yourself. The last page is all the answers, and voila, exam revision for you mindsetters. So as you can see, it's a combination of innovation, technology, meshing together, Samsung and Mindset. Can you believe it? And we have a fantastic program called Learning Hub or app. So what you do is you look on the store, on your Samsung store, and you see, go into the little branch and you see learning, and obviously you'll find the Learning Hub. How it happens is you register. I've posted on Facebook all the steps you need to follow to actually register. You get 100 Rand voucher, guys, so that is amazing. Please use it up to 100 Rand. Don't get like a little bit 10 Rand and then you lose out on 90. So there's free apps. Keep checking the apps, of course, and I think that's all I actually have to say. It's just innovation, technology, and all together, exam revision, all in one fantastic application. I'm so proud to be a member of this fine project. So that's all I have to say. But, oh wait, let me not forget. Facebook.com/learnextra, guys, that's where you'll be finding me. And of course, mindset.co.za/learnextra is where the notes that we're going to be doing now is, of course, available. And Twitter @LearnExtra. Don't forget that. So, without further ado, Anita, you have the camera, my lady.
Thank you so much. Guys, you are so privileged to have all these apps. I was just saying before we came into studio, when I was a matric, we had nothing like this to help us. So now, by the time that you go and write in November, you're going to be so sorted, you're going to be so prepared, you're going to be so ready. When that paper comes, you're going to be, this is old news for me. So let's jump, and we're going to start doing this. We're going to look at a little bit of topics that we have to know for our finals. And today I'm specifically focusing on learning outcome 2 and 3. I made a short little list for you guys of topics that you need to know. Problem solving, ethics, management and leadership, conflict management skills, business careers, teams, human resources management, industrial relations, and quality of performance. Now, this might sound so overwhelming, but this should ring a bell to you guys because it's topics or chapters that we did throughout your grade 12 year. Now, what we did is I took a previous exam paper and I took the questions from learning outcome 2 and 3 out of that paper, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So as we're going along, please ask me questions on Facebook. I know you guys, whenever I give you a challenge, you're always there and you're always answering me. So let's go. I'm going to ask you questions and be ready for me. Let's fly away with question 1. I'm going to start with a few multiple choice questions. Let's read the first one together. It says, this type of leader, the leaders do what managers do. They clarify roles of subordinates, they initiate structures, and they provide appropriate rewards. Now, I just want to quickly underline this here for you guys. Just get this pen working. There we go. Appropriate rewards. When we did leadership styles, there was one that stood out specifically that says, it is a give and take situation. I'm a teacher, so I can go to my principal and say, so how much are you paying me? What are you going to give me? Negotiate with me. It's like there's always an action happening between me and my employer. And they actually give us this clue word here. Look, grade 12s, they say appropriate rewards. The minute that I hear rewards, something pops into my mind. Let's go through these answers and see if you know what they are. Is it a charismatic leader? What is a charismatic leader? It is very similar to a transformational leader, where it's very much about you, your employees, we embrace, we build together. How can I treat you well? So we didn't say anything about rewards. Charismatic leaders, not so much into rewards. Transformational, I said to you guys, they're very similar, these two. So it won't be that one. Autocratic is when I rule like this. Sit down, grade 12s, you take out your books and you will now study.
So the opposite of democratic, just saying.
Yes. And you know what? Sometimes you have to be like that. Because the minute we do autocratic, kids will put up their hands and say, ooh, that's a horrible leadership style. Sometimes you have to be like that. If you are in a workplace where there's no discipline and the employees are doing what they want, you're going to have to be autocratic to get the rules back into place. So, I don't know, are your teachers autocratic? I know I'm definitely autocratic with my grade 8s and 9s because they're so like giggly and autocratic. Now, transactional. Transactional. Look at that. There's a word called an action in here. The action being, I give you something and I will offer it to you for my services. In other words, the principal can then say to me, yes, Anita, I want you to be the teacher here, and I will give you a Christmas bonus. Oh, cool. So it's like a reward. If I work here, I'll get a salary, but I'll get a Christmas bonus. Awesome. I like that. So the answer is number D, it's transactional. Next one says, this refers to the process of introducing, I'm going to circle that, the new employee to the enterprise, the work unit where he or she will be working and work to be done, etc. Now, let's look at our options. Induction, employment contract, selection, and remuneration. Now, obviously, we know that it won't be the employment contract because that won't introduce me to where I'm going to work. It's not going to introduce me to my colleagues. So we know it's not that one. Selection. Quickly think back to the human resource activity. When I go through that whole process to look for new employees, at a stage, I screen their CVs, they come in, I do tests, and then I select an employee. So, is it selection? Definitely not. I'm not introducing them to people yet. Let's carry on. So, it's not that one. Remuneration. What is a different word for remuneration? Can you guys remember? It's called salaries. When you earn salary, when you get an income, you are remunerated for a job that you do. So, no, that's not going to introduce me to anyone. So, induction is the one that's left. When I induct a new employee, it means that I'm physically taking him around in the building. I'm showing him, this is your office, this is the kitchen where you can make tea, this is the little poppy that's going to sit next to you and work. So you know what's going on. Who do I need to know? And they introduce you and you get to know where you're working. Easy peasy. Let's move on. The next one says disciplinary rules and procedures form part of this type of contract. Guys, the first one says insurance.
Highly unlikely.
Insurance is definitely not going to give you rules and regulations that you need to live by. So, definitely not. Leasing. What does it mean when I lease something?
It's temporary. So you lease something, you pay it, and then you get it back. Is it not?
Yes, you can pay a monthly installment
Yeah,
for it,
yeah.
like a photocopier or something like that.
Yeah.
So in that contract, do you think there will be rules and procedures about disciplinary actions?
No.
No, definitely not. Hire purchases. That means when I go and I buy a car, I can buy it on hire purchase. So they're not going to give me a disciplinary code in there. If you drive over 60 kilometers per hour, you will go to jail. No, I've never seen that in my life. So that leaves me with employment contract, because in your employment contract, they have to stipulate what will happen if you do something wrong. It's very important. It must be in there. So my answer is, once again, D, the employment contract. Let's have a look at my last question. It says, this is a problem-solving technique that promotes creative thinking and creative problem-solving by, now look at this, they're telling us what this technique is. They encourage idea generation through non-critical discussion. Its advantage is that group members can build on ideas. Now, we need to quickly talk about these options here, because you're not going to know which one to choose if you don't know what these methods or techniques are. The first one that we talk about is the Delphi technique. Now, what is the Delphi technique? This is usually when you liaise with someone that's far from you. Whether you are in the Joburg branch and you pick up the phone, or you Skype someone at the Durban branch to get their idea about something, that is Delphi. So you're not physically in the same room or in the same building, could even be in a different country. You could be talking to someone in London to get ideas. So let's look at the next one, force field analysis. The most important thing that you need to remember about force field is it basically focuses on positive points and negative points of a topic or a problem. Now they're saying we should try and take some of these negative points and turn them into positive points. So that's what force field analysis means. Brainstorming, aha, I think we might have found something, but let me explain it first. Brainstorming is when you all sit together and you are throwing out ideas. But remember here, very, very important, it says non-critical. You are not allowed when you're brainstorming to say, that is like the stupidest idea that I've ever heard in my entire life. That's not brainstorming. Brainstorming is listening and saying, writing down all of those possibilities, because then we build on those ideas. Let's quickly look at the next one, the empty chair technique. Now, what would it mean? If I'm sitting here in a chair, they can put an empty chair next to me, and they can say, Anita, we know you've got a problem with your salary that's not being paid. Now you're going to role play a situation where I'm going to be Anita, and then I physically stand up and I go sit in this empty chair, then I am the boss. And then this person will watch me, because now I can say, oh, I'm the boss, go back to the Anita chair. Yes, but you know, I really have a problem. It's a bit stupid, actually, eh? Because then you're having a conversation with yourself. But the manager will sit watching you, and he or she will maybe really see how you feel about this problem. But if you look at this question, it was absolutely clear that they say non-critical discussions. So that told me, grade 12s, that the answer is brainstorming, because that's very important. It's something you need to remember. It is non-critical. The minute you see that, you'll know it's brainstorming. Let's carry on. Question number 2. Are there any questions yet?
Nope, no questions.
Oh, come guys, come. I need
upset,
some questions
guys.
from you.
Please.
It says choose the correct words from those given in brackets. Write only, oh guys, this is important. Write only the words next to the question number. Still to this day, I will get grade 12s that rewrite a sentence. You are wasting time, grade 12s. You are going to struggle to finish. If it says write only the word, why are you rewriting the sentence? When we go at the end of the year and we mark, we don't care if you wrote the whole sentence, as long as I see that key word. So do not waste your time. Just write the word. 2.1, here we go. Now you need to choose between these two words. Let's read this definition. It says, one of these two words indicates qualifications, experience, responsibilities, and physical effort and skill that's necessary to do a job. Now, there's two concepts here. Your job description and your job specification. What is the difference between the two of them? A job description physically describes to me. It says, I'm going to open the Randburg Sun and I'm going to see, oh, yay, this school around the corner needs a new teacher. And it's business studies. Now I'm going to send in my CV. They're going to send me a bit of details. They're going to say, job description. You are in charge of matric business. You've got a grade 8 register class. You are a head of first aid. It describes exactly what your job is about. Where a job specification, listen to it, specification. Oh, it's a horrible long word. It specifies what I, Anita, need to do or have to be able to do this job. In other words, it says, I need to have a matric. I need to have a BCom degree. I need to have my teacher's degree. I need to have 5 years experience teaching matrics, whatever. And you can see that they are clearly talking about it here because they're saying qualifications and experience and skill. It tells me that this answer is job specification. Now remember, you would have just written 2.1 and the words job specification. Next one. Now this is quite a funny one. I thought it was quite easy, but let's see. It says one of these two words can be used to advance the well-being of an employee who abuses drugs. Let's look at the words. Let's look at it. Rehabilitation or dismissal. Now, interestingly enough, I think a lot of you would say dismissal. Think back to when we did labor legislation. Can I just go and dismiss someone? No. I need to help this person. I need to say to him, okay, let's go and check you into a center for you to get some help. Let's maybe take away a lot of your responsibilities. We'll create another position for you. I can't just dismiss someone. So my obvious answer is rehabilitation. I have to help rehabilitate this person so that they can go back into the workplace and do a good job. We can't just dismiss them. Please remember. 2.3. Now there's two words again. One of these two words is conflict of interest. We're going to talk about that now. Between the employer and the employee. What does conflict of interest mean? I'm going to use an example. Let's say I'm a little nurse and I work at a public hospital, and the doctor, let's pretend he's my boss. He comes to me and says, hello, little nursey, I want you to quickly go there and do an abortion. No, I'm a nurse. I'm sorry, I don't do abortions. No, but I don't have time now, so you quickly go and you quickly go do this. No, that is a conflict of interest. I'm a nurse. I'm not trained to do it. I don't believe in it. Don't want to do it. That will cause something called a grievance. The minute that I have a grievance, it means that I have a problem. I'm a nurse, dude. I'm not a doctor. So go and find someone else to do that abortion. I'm not doing it. Do you guys understand? Next one. 2.4. The employment contract comes into existence as soon as the employee does what? Now look at this. It says it comes into existence. In other words, when is this a legal and a binding contract? The minute that I sign my name on that piece of paper, you are now legally bound to work for this company. So there's my answer. It says the minute the employee signs the contract. Why wouldn't it be the application form? Who can think there? Why wouldn't it be when I apply for a job? Because I'm interested. I really want to apply for this job. I want to be the doctor. But why won't it be legally binding? Because what if I decide I'm going to go for 5 other interviews and I get a better offer? You can't say to me because I signed on an application form that now I'm working for you. It's only when you sign the employment contract that you are now legally bound to work for this company. Next one. Last one in this little section. One of these two words is also called dismissal on operational requirements. Now, quickly think for me. When we did human resources, we spoke about this. There's valid reasons to let someone go, and one of them is for operational reasons. Training? No. Look at this. It won't be training. I can't fire someone and let them go because they went to go and train. No. It is retrenchment, guys, when a business can no longer function because there's not enough capital. This is retrenchment. I think I'm going to breathe now for 3 seconds because I'm talking so much.
Time
Are we
for
going
a
to go on
break?
an ad break?
Anita, I think so. I think they'll all break. Okay, matrix, go have a glass of water, run to the bathroom, run back, and I'm sure Mindset Learn Extra will be right back. Matrix, yes, you are here for business studies. So, welcome back, Mindsetters. Hope you had a good, short little break. Didn't feel that long, actually. So, don't forget, post your comments. We want to know, I have a few questions that I'm going to read out now, but we actually want to know, are you coping? Ask us more questions, get interactive on the page. I'm sure you know what it is, but in case, if you don't, you've just tuned in, facebook.com/learn extra with an X. That is very important, otherwise you will not find the page. Twitter, which is @learn extra. And let's not forget, these notes are surely available or downloadable at mindset.co.za/learn extra. Again, don't forget the X. So let me just give some positive feedback or ask Anita some of the questions we have. I'm so sorry. Okay. Legonolo says, can you post the list of what I have to know before I write my business studies final exam?
All right. Now, once again, just remember this. You guys are grade 12 now. So whatever we've done throughout this year, you have to know.
Sorry.
And the scary thing is we don't even know what's in the paper. We only find out when you find out what's in the paper. So it would be a bit harsh for us to say, go focus on this, this, and this, because I am sucking that out of my thumb. So my advice to you is, whatever we've done at Mindset during the year covers the entire curriculum. So if you go look at our notes from the beginning, you'll see that the layout or the content, that little summary at the beginning, will tell you all the topics you need to know. Or you can just go look on the CAPS document, so that will tell you exactly what to do.
Yeah, I remember studying for business last year, 16 chapters or probably more.
That's a lot, eh?
Yeah. So might want to get started on that. And again, let me just find the other question. Nisibo says, what is triple bottom line? What does it refer to?
Okay. Triple bottom line reporting says, now firstly, people confuse this with the 4 Ps of marketing. Has nothing to do with marketing. I've got 3 Ps. The minute that someone refers to 3 Ps, I think people, planet, and profit. Now, how does this work? What is this triple bottom line reporting? There's a man called Marvin King, and he wrote the King Report. And there's been 3 of them. Originally, it started out by saying, we need to look after the environment. We don't just earn profit. We need to look after the environment, the planet, and the people living on this planet. That gave me my 3 Ps. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but that's what it relates to.
Okay, cool. I'm going to look at the comments now, but I think carry on, and if I have a good question, then I think I will do it for you. But you know what? I actually read I was looking for nice quotes for you guys, because I know you need to be a little bit motivated. End of year, last stretch. So I actually found a quote. I can't directly quote it now, but it said, if your business is only earning profit or only earning money, then it's not thriving, or something like that. So that's true. If your business is only making money and not giving back, not looking after the environment, then it's not a thriving, well-established environmental business.
Very true. Let's carry on. You guys are going to have to bear with me with this cough and
still sick, so
sorry. Now, we've got match the columns here. Remember, this is still in section A. Still your shorter answering questions. Let's go. 3.1 says, compensation is paid only if a special event takes place? Let's go look at our options here. Lockout, creative thinking, lower level management, indemnity, and commission. Now, I can't relate any of those to an event happening except indemnity. What does the word indemnity mean? You have to excuse me for 2 seconds because I have to have a big cough. Sorry about that.
No problem. Are you going to
Quickly
just
go and cough out?
Okay, well, luckily I have for you guys some vital information. So, you're wondering what's happening on Saturday because you see these posts on Facebook. And I can definitely tell you that we will be covering exam revisions, mindsetters. Can you believe it? Almost the last stretch. Can you see that finish line? Only a few months to go. Matrix, you start writing finals in I think I'm not going to lie to you, 26 days. Not exactly, but 26, 27 days. So let's get to the grind and let's go learn some more extra revision. So it is from 9 until 6 on Saturday. So maybe you see my face, maybe you don't, but I hope you tune in because this revision is especially for you mindsetters on a Saturday. So yeah, are you back?
Okay, I'm back.
Anita's back. It's all good. Coffee's gone.
Sorry, if I cough in this microphone, your ears are going to explode at home. All right, so indemnification says, this is an insurance concept. Indemnification says, I need to take out insurance, I pay them a monthly premium, and then if something happens, they will see that I am put in the same situation that I was before this event happened. So look at this. It says, compensation is paid only if this event takes place. I can't just go claim for my handbag because now I want a little cash on the side. It had to be stolen. They had to break into my car or steal it, mug it, whatever. You can't claim for it if this event didn't happen. Let's look at the next one, 3.2. Remuneration, remember we spoke about this? This is a reward. It's something that's offered to you based on the performance of the employee. Performance of the employees. Now, there's nothing in terms of a 13th check or a bonus or anything that I see in the options here. But commission is something that I earn when I do a sales job. Could be like you earn a little salary, and then for the rest of your income, you need to work and earn commission. Maybe some of your parents work like that, and you'll know exactly what I mean. Because there were no other clues here, it tells us that it's commission because this is based on your performance. The harder you work, the better your commission will be. Next one, 3.3. Ideas that are original and used to solve business challenges. I see immediately creative thinking. Because remember, as soon as I start thinking creatively, I solve problems. I also would have expected maybe to see something like a problem-solving technique here, but they've made it easy for us and they've just given us creative thinking. Let's carry on. Now we're in section B type questions. This is your shorter answering type of question. Now, we just did the shorter one. We spent a bit of time on it because often people struggle in section A. I don't know what to choose in multiple choice. You must do it in your mind like we did it today. No, it can't be this. No, 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 yes. Now comes your shorter answering questions. Let's see what my first one is. It says, list 3 benefits that SPAR will derive from being involved in corporate social responsibility programs. Now, what would this mean? Corporate social responsibility, CSR, says it is the task of management to protect and promote the interest of all stakeholders. What is a stakeholder? A stakeholder is anyone that's affected by the business. Now they're asking us here, give us 3 benefits for SPAR, not for the community. They love asking this question, and then you guys read it and you don't understand it, and you're going to go and answer it in the perspective of the community. I want 3 benefits for Spar. Spar, the company. So let's think about it. Why will it be good for them? People are going to see it. If you think of a lot of companies, we probably can't name names now, but there's a lot of companies, and it's an insurance company, and they're green and purple. I know. So, do you know who they are? Okay, but anyway, they do a lot of corporate social responsibility programs, and you'll often see it on television. That creates a good public image, because now I'm like, yeah, they're doing it again. Look at these people, they're so amazing. Now I'm going to go and support them. I can say, you know what, I think they are so good. They're looking after the community, they're supporting everyone, so I am now going to become a client of theirs. What else will be good? We'll get more profit. Our company's profit might go up because now more people are interested because they're seeing us everywhere. We're doing good, we're uplifting. Let's have a look. I wrote down some answers for you guys. I just want to take this down. Now it says here, why would it be improved health for the workers? Now that sounds a bit odd, but they're coming from the point of saying, when we look after people, planet, and profit, we need to look after our employees as well. The people inside the business need to be happy. That's why they're saying, could be improved health, because they're looking after the employees. They may be providing them with food or a free clinic or something. Then we could also say the conservation, because remember, that's the planet. We're looking after the area that surrounds us. So we're conserving nature. The next one says, it may attract experienced employees. Because now I'm also seeing what they're doing. If I see there's an opening at that company, I might just want to go work there. They're treating their employees nicely. They're looking after the community. So that way they can get more experienced and passionate people to work for them. The next one says, I told you guys, the community supports the business and they purchase the products from this business because they are aware of this business. Now, goodwill, that's something I wanted to talk about quickly. What does it mean? And I think I'm going to quickly ask this on Facebook. Can you guys, while we're carrying on with this, quickly explain to me on Facebook, what does goodwill mean? I'm going to ask her now. If you guys are answering, let's carry on. Next question. It says, differentiate between management and leadership. You can see that they've asked this for 8 marks. I see they like to get something like this in a table. You don't have to put it in a table. You're not going to lose marks if it's not in a table. And remember, sometimes a table can waste a bit of your time. But when you ask to compare something, it's actually very nice to do it in a table. So we're going to have a look here at what we did. Just want to quickly unblock all of these so we can have a look. Go down a bit. The first one I said, I'm going to unlock these quickly for you guys. With management, they exercise control over the personnel, where a leader influences and motivates. Remember, a manager is put in a position. He is there, he is the man, I am the manager. You will listen to me. Where if you're a leader, you're not there in a position. People want to follow you because you've got such good ideas. You are so inspiring. You are always trying to be innovative and you're creating new ideas. So you'll see, first point says, I control the employees. But a leader motivates them and influences them. The next one I said, instructional in their approach. You must do this before tomorrow. That is a manager. Instructing. You must do your job. Where a leader says, I seek to empower people. What does that mean? Uplifting. You've got a good idea. Yes, tell me more about it. Wow. Thank you for telling me that. Uplifting, promoting. That person's going to feel amazing. The next one I said is follow the vision of the business, where the leader provides a vision for the business. The manager will do what is expected of him. I will do my job, I'm good at it, this is our vision, this is what we stick to. Where the leader is someone that is creating the vision, but what if one day we do this? Do you guys understand the difference? Let's quickly look at the next one. It says, minimize and control risk. Minimize risks, where this person is always on the lookout for new opportunities. Look, the manager doesn't want chaos. He's got his job. I'm here to control you. You just do your job, and we are fine. But they're saying here that the leader, he is always on the lookout for new opportunities. Let's make money here. Let's do it like this. Let's do this process like this, because then it's going to go faster. We're going to make more money. Let's see the last ones for management. If I have a look here, it says, ensure adherence to rules and regulations. Oh, when you are a manager, it is your job to see that people are doing their jobs. So you make sure that they're following those rules and regulations. Where if you look at a leader, they change the rules so that they can improve the business. They make something more streamlined. They say, okay, but yeah, let's try something like this. Let's do it like that to see if it can work and go better. Ensure that tasks are completed. Tasks are completed. Make sure that it's finished. Why? That's his job. That's what he's there for. Where the leader says he will provide better ways to do a task. While he's doing the task, he's going to think, why are we doing it like this? Let's try something better. Let's improve this process. The last one says, ensure that profit targets are met. And the last one for leaders says, strategies to increase profitability. The manager needs to see that we make a profit. Where the leader is there to make strategies. Let's make a plan. Remember, a strategy is something that I'm going to use in future to achieve a goal. So there's 8 very clear, I think maybe a bit more than 8, differences between management and leadership. Is there anyone that answered my goodwill question?
Yes. Goodwill is the trustworthiness of your consumers, having your own same consumers always that trust your business. I think it's sebo, but I can't do that thing yet, so
practicing.
Yeah, getting there.
All right. Goodwill is definitely something that we want to create. It's usually linked to a good or positive image of the business. You want the image of the business to be good. You want everyone to go, oh, yeah, yes, like, they are amazing.
So
and
cool.
with that, we will support. We, the consumers, I will buy from you because you are so cool.
Yes.
That is goodwill.
That's how it works. But I think it's time for an ad break.
We'll take a break.
Take a break. You know what? We'll be right back afterwards. Welcome back, Mindsetters. Hope you had a good break. Stretched, shake that. Well, no word like that. Anyway, had a little bit of a shake because you know what? It's prelim revision, guys. This is what you need. End of stretch, see it. Just breathe it in because we're a little bit sick, so don't cough. But other than that, you know what? If you have any questions, anything that you are uncertain of, I promise Anita and myself will try and help you because you don't deserve to have these questions and we want to answer them. So with that, I have some questions for Anita.
Let's go.
Okay, Bongan Korsi, I hope that's right, says, can you please give me a tip on how to go through my business studies paper the minute he receives it?
Okay. Now, obviously, that's the most stressful situation in your entire life, the minute they put that
you
paper
sit down.
down.
Please remove
Just
everything.
Breathe. Relax.
Just close your eyes.
Yeah. You sit, you relax. What I tell my students is I like to have a highlighter so that you can highlight little important facts. Now, I know that you guys get a small amount of reading time beforehand. Usually, I don't know if it's with you guys, if it's like that, but usually you're not allowed to have a pen in your hand. You're not allowed to underline anything. No. You're just reading. So my advice would be, read your case study. See what's happening there. If there's little articles or whatever, because it gives you information. It's very vital for you to know what's going on in this paper. I wouldn't read section A. I think it's better to start reading section B and then read your long questions. Decide what you're going to be doing there. Because your section A, those shorter questions are so easy. They really like short, simple,
Quick,
you're wasting
yeah.
time reading that. So start reading your section B and then eliminate and look what essay questions you're going to be doing.
I think that's a very good exam tip. So please take notes. And with that, 5.2, Anita.
Let's go. 5.2. We're still talking about leadership here. Remember, we just spoke about management and leaders. Now we're going to look at what is the difference between an autocratic and a democratic leader. We spoke about this a little bit earlier. Do you remember when I was jumping up and down? When I was saying, you must do your work. That is autocratic. Do you remember that? Let's have a look quickly what I put down on this memo. It says, the leader gives directives. Let me just go down again. Sorry, guys. Just want to quickly have a look. I'm absolutely missing you guys here now. Okay, there we go. So the leader will have or give direction. But remember, it's like it's his way or the highway. So you have to listen to what he says. Remember that I said to you, it is a good leadership style when you have to have discipline in the workplace. If you have a workplace that is chaos, people are doing what they want, they're not performing, you're going to have to implement a little bit of autocratic leadership. So it says there, it gives us directives and instructions of a way of communicating. He makes all the decisions alone. He's definitely not going to come to you and say, oh, you know what, today when you're on lunch, don't you want to pop by my office and then just like fling me a few ideas? Autocratic, not a chance. He knows what he wants. He's going to tell you what he wants and you are going to do it. So the next one says, subordinates are told what to do and how to do it without being given the opportunity to give any inputs. And sometimes this can be very hard for the employees. If you just come down on them and you're like, you have to do this by tomorrow. Yeah, but I want to ask a question. You can't. And often it makes the employees very negative. So we need to be careful of that not ruining the feeling of all our employees. We need to be careful of that. Then it also says here, so you can't give any inputs or suggestions. You're not part of this leadership style. Where with democratic, it says the leader involves his subordinates in the decision making, the formulation of policies, and problem solving. Democratic is like South Africa. Mr. Mandela, when he became president, he changed our country into a democratic country where we all can stand up for what we believe in and what we want to share with people. We want to be part of each other. So if we think about democratic, we think about teams, we think about people sharing, communicating. That is such a good idea. Not autocratic in terms of duh. So I'm almost saying to you, it's the opposite of autocratic. Because now you're taking people, you're making them part of the team, you're listening to them. But this can be disastrous. Why? Why do you think this can turn out to be a bit hectic? Because now people are going to go mad. Your employees are just going to give you ideas, and if you don't use my idea, I'm going to be very offended. It's going to hurt me. So you need to be careful when you are democratic, that you are not too democratic with your workmates. Let's have a look at the rest. It says, the leader seeks the opinion and ideas of the subordinates. However, the leader remains accountable. And this is very important to remember. If you are the leader and you being democratic, you can listen to those team members. You can ask them, what is your idea? How do you feel? But at the end of the day, they're going to come down on me if this task wasn't done correctly, if I didn't do it on the deadline. You're still the one that's responsible. So at the end of the day, you need to choose something that's going to help you achieve your goals. Very important to remember that. This leadership style improves employees' motivation and helps the leader to win the support. So it motivates them and they support the leader. I want to be part of this team. You guys know when you're in a class and you've got an autocratic teacher in the one class where you don't open your mouth, you take out your book, you're working, and the next lesson you go to, probably business studies, teacher is like, oh, it's so chill. But when it comes down to working, teacher is still the responsible one. She might make you part of discussions, but her say is still final. Do you understand the difference between the two, grade 12s? Cool, let's carry on. 5.3 says, discuss any 3 ways in which a manager can implement to improve the well-being of employees in the workplace. I love questions like this because there's so many answers that you can give here. This is basically, give me your idea of how I can make sure my employees are happy. Now, I don't even actually have to open this answer for you guys because it says 3, but it's out of 9 marks. Look at that. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. Make sure that you are explaining a point, guys. So I could say, I can give my employees a company car, I can give them a housing allowance, I can give them pension funds, I can give them medical aid, I can give them lunch. Do you know that some companies are so awesome that they get a massage therapist to come in lunchtime and you sit at your desk and they give you a little massage? I think we need that at school.
Why don't they have that here?
Yeah.
Here.
And then while you're busy teaching,
Just
they can
ad break
massage
and then
you.
someone comes. Just
That would make me a happy
Click.
employee. Definitely. I think I must tell my principal that. He might just laugh at me though.
Oh, I have to tell you, I found this really nice quote, and I just want to tell you mindsetters at home what it is as well. So it says, remember the difference between a boss and a leader. So I would actually say a manager and a leader. A boss says go, and a leader says let's go.
Very nice.
So that's actually, and I posted it for you, so like.
And that's so true. And you guys will actually see in your classes, whether you're now studying or in the English class or wherever you are, you'll see the type of person that might be a manager one day, and you'll see the type of person that might be a leader one day. You can very clearly start to see it now at your age. Let's quickly carry on, because I am talking way too much today.
I think we're talking way
Yeah,
too much.
but hey, it's fun. We girls, we talk a lot, eh? Question 5.4 says, many businesses rely on teamwork because it produces the desired results. Outline 3 characteristics of successful teams. Successful. Let's have a look. This is also very easy. Now, for a team to be successful, you can say any of the following. They need to show respect to each other. They need to support each other. They must have deadlines. They must have the necessary skills. They must have a desire to accomplish this. They must have the correct team composition. What does that mean? Composition of a team. How is a team allocated? How is it formed? Very important. You can't put people that are so different together and they're going to be fighting all the time. So a manager must make sure that the correct people are paired together in a team. Now, I also said there, you must have realistic goals and you must, oh guys, this is an important one, you must respect one another's skills. Remember, you're not always the best in everything. You're going to go out into the real world next year and you're going to go into either studying or into a job and you're going to see there's amazing people out there. And make sure that you always respect the other people's ideas and opinions because you might just learn something from them. Next. Let's go. It says, on the South African coast, Michael Frey's fresh meat supplies ShopRite and Checkers with meat. Study the following job advert from the South Coast Herald to answer these questions. Now, I'm not going to go through this in detail because I rather want to go over to the questions quickly because we're running out of time. It says in this advert, it gives you now a detail of what they're offering, what's the position, da-da-da-da-da. The first question they're asking is, explain the advantage of the salary structure cost to company. Let's quickly recap. Cost to company is one concept, And then I've got basic plus benefits. Cost to company, you basically get paid one amount, one figure, one salary will be paid into your bank account. What you do with that salary is your problem. If you want to buy a car, a house, medical aid, you decide. He is going to give you, let's say, 10,000 Rand a month. You do with that what you want. Where a basic plus benefits, listen to it, basic, let's say he gives you 5. But then he also gives you a company car, company credit card, housing allowance. So it might be that when you add all of those benefits, your salary comes out at 12 or 13,000. But now it asks here, explain the advantage of this to the applicant. Okay, to the applicant, not to the business. It says there, the salary amount is earned even if the benefit is not taken. Remember, you get that one amount. What you do with that amount is your problem. It says the employee may use this amount as he or she feels fit. So it's up to you. You don't have to buy a house. You do with your 10,000 Rand what you want to. 6.2. Let's quickly try and get through another one. Suggest 3 benefits that could have been included if a basic plus benefit structure was offered. Now, you can once again make this up. Any 3 benefits, I've just mentioned them to you guys. Look at this. It says a housing allowance, a company car, education or study allowances, meals, discounts, loans, 13th checks, clothing, uniform. So there's a lot of answers that you can put in there. And once again, it is very much an open question. Please never leave out a question like that because it's your opinion. They most probably will give you the marks for it because how can you then be wrong? The next one says, Michael Frey's fresh meat can make use of internal or external recruiting when filling a vacancy. Explain what is meant by the statement. Now, internal recruiting says, I look for a new employee inside my business. I can go and I can say, hello everyone, just quickly listen to me. There's a post opening up at the end of the month in the admin department. If you want to apply, come and see me. Or we can use external recruitment where I have someone from the outside, an employment agency, or I can post a little advert in a newspaper. It has nothing to do with my workers inside. It's totally from outside the business that I get new people. Do you understand that? Next question. Let's see if I can quickly do this. List 2 disadvantages. Guys, I'm sorry. I really wanted to do this with you, but once again, I'm talking too much. So go study, work hard, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Anita. It was so good to see you and be with you again. I hope you feel better soon. And Mindsetters, last stretch. Come on, guys. I hope you had a great show. I hope you have a great Friday. Thank you, Macmillan, for proudly sponsoring our great show. Don't forget, Saturday, I'll be seeing you, hopefully. There's exam revision, especially for you guys. So have a great, great, great Friday. I'll see you guys soon. Same time, same place next week. Cheers, guys.